This whole quarantine thing must be pretty frustrating for everyone. I mean, for a lot of people who are used to going out and jamming with their friends, I can imagine that this whole period of time feels very creatively congesting. So that's why I'm about to show you today a fun way that I like to play with myself. Whoa, whoa. Before you get the kids out of the room, I want you to get your mind out of the gutter, because I'm talking loopers. I'm talking making luscious ambient soundscapes in your living room by your lonesome self, because it's all you need. So step one in playing with yourself is getting a looper. There's many on the market of varying complexities and learning curves. I'm not advocating for a particular brand or style, but I will say that for the sake of making it easier for myself live, I like to keep it simple. I will be using the Electro-Harmonix 360 Nano Looper today, just because you can control the level of what you loop, and also because you can save things to a bank. One tip I want to give for you loopers out there, in particular for people who are creating very multi-layered loops, is to keep tonal variety in mind. What happens is when you start to get really dense with the layers, things can start to sound very cluttered and muddy because you're occupying all of the same frequency. And even changing the volume won't really help to alleviate that. So one way I like to create tonal variety when I loop is, of course, to use a lot of other effects to vary it up with chorus, reverb, an EQ pedal, an overdrive. The possibilities are endless. And if you don't have pedals, don't worry, because you can do the same thing with a pickup selector. Changing the bridge pickup to the neck pickup obviously will produce a very different tone that just might cut through a little better. And the cool thing about using a looper where you can record one layer at a time is that you can kind of vary up the tone and play with your pedals as you go along to find the coolest combinations. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a loop that I made that I eventually actually turned into a beat, but it started from just one melodic line, which I'll play for you now. So the looper I'm using today is Electro-Harmonix Nano Looper. I like this one just because it's still really simple to use. It's pretty straightforward, and you can save all your loops into a bank, which is really useful if I ever need like a live transition on deck, or if I ever want to revisit an idea I have at home. So this bank should be empty. To make sure, I'm just gonna erase it. You're gonna see the flashing light. And then when I want to record, I just go ahead and click this once, and the record light should flash on. And then when I'm done recording, it'll automatically play. And if I want to stop playback, I just double tap. This is all great, but you're probably wondering what happens if I make a mistake. Let me show you. So I wanted to interrupt the loop really quick just to explain how to do an overdub. So as you can see, I've been recording on memory bank 10, and right now, if I press this, it's going to say play. So after you do your loop and you hit stop, it's automatically going to be on play. So if you wanted to record an overdub, all you do is just tap this again, and it's going to do another layer. And when you want to stop that layer, you click that, and it's automatically going to start playing the new layer you recorded. once you have a little bit of sound going with your loops, you can go ahead and stop and just jam out with yourself. Maybe try to improvise or write a couple of lead guitar lines. Just have fun.